Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Chris here in Hawaii with your London closed trading session. Thanks for joining me. It is the 26th of May, so we're almost here at the end of the month. Today, what we will do is let's take a look at the markets. It was actually a pretty big mover after the weekend. We did not really trade yesterday, just due to the London close of the bank and New York. So my time frame and my session depends on that volatility and that repeatability of the London close. So no trading yesterday, sat on my hands, but today we're ready to get back at it. So you can see, looking here at the map, the heat map right now, it's very, very much risk on. The Kiwi and the Aussie specifically are getting bought up big time. The Aussie versus the dollar, I think, hit pre-coronavirus levels or past pre-coronavirus levels. So that really speaks volumes of what Australia has done controlling the coronavirus in their economy. And I would expect that strength to continue as Australia rebounds faster than most countries here, because obviously the outbreak was in Asia first, so you would expect those countries to kind of see the rebound faster than Europe, and the U.S. is probably going to be the lagger on this one. So, and not that the U.S. hasn't done a good job, or I don't want to stay out of the political viewpoint on this, but it's just timeline wise. The U.S. got hit after these countries, so you would expect the rebound to come sooner for these economies, more so than the U.S. So that's kind of what we're seeing today. You can see broad weakness here in the yen, but really the dollar's getting beat up. The only thing that the dollar's ahead on is euro, but that doesn't make sense. They're down against the euro. I saw it earlier today. So. In terms of equity markets, the Dow's up 657 points. The VIX is down. S&P, NASDAQ are all up. Bonds are all up. Oil's up 76 cents. Gold is down 28.50. So that is something to watch out for. They're still talking about the Hong Kong woes, limiting losses on that. So just be wary of that. 2-week low for dollar right now. Nothing really in terms of news. Consumer confidence slightly below expected. Home sales are up in April for the U.S. Compared to estimates. So that is a big surprise. So that's an interesting headline there. But that's a gain for the prior month. So that's for prior month was revised slightly lower to 619 from 627. So home sales is a pretty good indicator of the markets, but I talked to a real estate friend here in Hawaii, and I think what we're seeing here is, people that can afford homes and buy homes are not really as impacted by this thing as people that, work paycheck to paycheck and really need their income. So I don't expect to see home sales dip quite as much as anticipated because of that. So that's kind of what we have going on today. Like I said, U.S. is weak across the board. CAD is, I think, at the 138.50 level, and actually that's a level we're going to be looking at today. Euro gaining on positive market mood. Pound rising despite the political disquiet. Aussie, Kiwi are kind of the big gainers for today. So I didn't really pick up anything else to look at. So trade-wise, so here's gonna show you what we did on Friday, and kind of sad I didn't keep it over the weekend, but I stuck with my rules here. So I got in. Oh, it's pretty sad, actually. I got in here at this level here at 48, and it got up here, I think, before the close. Where did it go? And yeah, we got out with a little bit of a loss right here before the weekend hit, and it hit our target. Same thing with the pound dollar. We got out for the weekend, and I think we got out at about I think we got about 79. So it was a little bit of a profitable trade on the pound US, and then it just skyrocketed, obviously. So the positive that I'm reading for this, once again, I try to take positives from every loss that I take here, and that's we had the direction right in both occasions. It's just the weekend hold to me was a little too risky with the pound, so didn't want to hold that. But we could have got in Sunday at the open and kept riding this thing, but decided not to do that because that would have violated the rules. And for every one we would have we'd get right, maybe we get two wrong, and don't want to do that. So, all right. Anyway, let's go on to today. I'm gonna use some crying over spilt milk. U.S. CAD, something I want to look at. Oh man, it's way down. Never mind. I was looking at a level of 138.50 right here, but it's already way past that. And you would anticipate it to keep going down right now. It seems like the markets are making their big move here on risk on. So that's I would anticipate a level of 137.08. If it retraced to 138.50, that would be something we could get into. So that could be an interesting move. US yen, I'm not really excited by that one. Looks like the euro's moving up now too. Yeah, I don't really see anything, guys. Let me just take a look here. At levels. Once again, what I'm looking for is something that maybe is contrary at a level or like a retrace that we can trade here. So we're definitely on the bias of risk on. Pound CAD might be an interesting one, but I think that's going to keep going. I mean, 170.12 is the level here for the pound CAD. Let's take a look at that one, because they're both getting bought right now. Yeah, you can see. I mean, I don't think the pound's going to be particularly strong here. So this is a level right here, right below this wick. You can see there's some volume right there. That could be a level to trade if it gets down there. But it's not a particularly strong position, though. That's the thing, guys, because once again, fundamentally, it's risk on, right? But that's very much market driven. So I could see fundamentally why the Aussie in particular would be strong, but they're going to be susceptible to the China-US hit if that rhetoric steps up. Considering the fact that they're at pre-coronavirus levels here, keep an eye out for that. The Canadian dollar, I think, is poised for a rebound. I think that one's going to continue for a while. Euro's at a level at 118.24, but I don't think the euro's particularly weak right here. I think the yen's going to get sold off here for the next couple days. 64.70. Yeah, we can take a look at Euro Aussie. Now you can see it's been consolidating here. So that's interesting. So there's a nice little consolidation right here, and that shows some indecision. You can see the wicks. So this, the 165 level has been tough to break here. And we're looking at, what, 2.5 hours now, or a little over 2 hours. So that could be an interesting move. But 165's, that's a big level. Let me take a look and see what we're looking at here. Yeah, you can see right there. We're back to January, February 3rd levels here. So considering the fact that the euro is behind the Aussie on recovery, I would anticipate levels to come down here to maybe the 159, 158 level and then rebound. So the fact that it broke these two levels right here, I would like to see maybe like a retracement up here, and then we could get on the downside for this. But I don't think that's going to happen today. I think right now it's going to consolidate a little bit. If it got back up to these levels here, I'd be interested in trading it. But I don't see the Aussie being weak here unless, once again, there's a bombshell with U.S. and China. That's the only way I could see that. So we'll keep sifting through pairs, guys, and see if there's anything tradable today. But I don't see anything. Once again, it's been a pretty one-directional move today, and it's all coinciding with risk on. So the problem with risk on is it's very much emotionally driven. It's not fundamentally or sentiment driven here. So, there's no data piece that's driven this, right? It's just been a very much of a risk on thing with coronavirus and, the hope of a vaccine. So I don't know, how long could this thing last? I mean, could the Aussie continue rolling down there? That's a very, very good question. Aussie Kiwi's kind of just consolidating here at that 107 mark, but I don't think that pair is going to go anywhere here. Yeah, guys, nothing really else here. We could see pound Swiss franc at 119.87 is a big level. Let's take a look at that. You see, it's already rebounded here off that dropped 20 pips here in the last 30 minutes. That tells you there's a pretty firm rejection here for the pound. Because I don't think the UK is out of the woods yet here with Brexit and with coronavirus. So, pound weakness could be something to trade here, guys. If we find a good level here. I still think the majority of people are short on the pound, though. Not a lot of longs on the pound. Yeah. Okay, well, hey, we'll take a look and see if we can find any other pairs, and I'll hop on if I see anything. Right now, there's nothing conclusive. So, at that point, I'm not going to force a trade that I think would make sense. Let's just take a look at one other currency. 96.67. There's a level for the U.S. just friggin' 96.39, but that's below this hit. So, nothing exciting here. That's gonna move. So, let's see. 118 is a level for the Euro US, but I have a feeling the Euro is going to move further. I think the Euro is primed to be strong here, and another reason is if the U.S. does block some Chinese companies from being listed on the New York Stock Exchange, they're going to go to obviously the Chinese market, but they're going to go to the European market. They're going to go to London, and that is not going to bode well for the U.S. It's going to bode well for the Euro for sure. So, well, hey, let me keep looking to see if we see anything reasonably exciting here, and we'll go from there, guys. All right. I think there's nothing exciting yet. Um, yeah, no, sorry, guys. We'll take a look at it. Let me hop off, and if I see anything, I'll hop back on here for you guys, and we'll see if we can make some money today. All right. Thanks.
day. We saw a really strong level at 118.24 here for the euro yen, and there was a report that came out on vaccines that I think could kind of hamper the risk on excitement here. So here's the level. And we were able to get in a fill at 117.08, I believe it was. Let me just take a look here, make sure. 118.09. 118.09 was our level. And we are risking realistically here to the highs, or the close of the highs. So that's roughly about 10 pips, and profit target is down here with the next buildup of volume. So 117.55 is what we're looking at. So nice risk reward here. We got a 4.69 to 1 reward to risk. So we'll keep an eye on it, but this is the only trade for today, and we'll let you know next session how it works out. All right, catch y'all later.